Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Here we talk about money and finance. I'm your guy, Chris, and this week I'm going to tell you about what a massive hypocrite I am. Let's jump into it. So for any of you who followed my channel for any length of time, one of the shorts that I put out was about how having an American Express black card, the coveted Centurion card, really wasn't worth it. At the time, I had an American Express Platinum card. I have one for the business and I have one for myself personally. I also have other cards for business purposes, but I predominantly use those two. And for any of you who know how I typically recommend to spend, I put everything on the credit cards and then I pay it off every single month. The reason why is I feel like there's an added layer of security and protection built into using credit cards versus debit cards. And there's plenty of videos on my channel which describe the way we think about that. I thought about making a vlog for this video, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to come out and say that I was wrong. Largely because I think it's important that, we all learn that there are lessons along the way that we learn about different things in life. So I actually got the offer for the American Express Centurion card and I accepted. And for those of you who saw the previous video, you're a hypocrite, you're a liar. Yes and no. So let me explain. I was wrong because I didn't understand some of the benefits that the American Express black card offered. And this is not a flex because I'm going to tell you, as much as you might think that I'm Jay-Z and balling and spending all this money and, private flights and all that kind of stuff, I hate to say, it's been kind of a letdown as far as what you probably think having the card is like. And there are plenty of people who will tell you that it's got all these wonderful and exceptional benefits. I haven't really used any of them yet. So the backstory is this. I've been traveling a lot for work. 2-3 times a month, and usually on, call it 5 or 6 flights a month. It's been adding up a lot. And while I have a lot of frequent flyer miles and a lot of travel built in, one of the things that has escaped me is I want that upper echelon of, frankly, service and, frankly, status with the airlines and flights. And all those things are really well and good, and you can get them over time, but sometimes it's a lot easier if you cut the line, and the Centurion gives you that. But let's break it down in the money, because I know a lot of people want to know, how much do I spend every single month to qualify for the card? So sadly, for those of you who also follow the channel, you know that I'm building not one, but 2 different custom cars. Resto mods are very, very, very expensive. My wife and I last year spent around $350,000, $360,000 on our personal American Express cards. This year, by December, when I'm filming this for you right now, we've already spent $344,000. And I think this month's bill is about $50,000. So we're probably gonna end the year somewhere around the $400,000 mark. I've heard rumors that you need to spend about $250,000 a year on your Platinum card in order to get the offer, the invite for it. But I really can't confirm or deny. I can only tell you what we spent. That being said, it is expensive. So it's a $10,000 one-time upfront fee. And then it's $5,000 per card per year after that. So for example, I got a card and my wife got a card. So we paid $10,000 plus the $5,000 for me and the $5,000 for her. So it's a $20,000 cash outlay. For those of you going, what in the f is he thinking? Let me explain. The $10,000 fee, we'll just chalk that up as a loss. There's no way to justify that. I'm not going to give you some bullshit excuse about it being a write-off. It's not a write-off. It's not a good investment. But the $5,000 fee over time actually makes sense. So let me explain to you why. So with the American Express Centurion card, you get a free Equinox membership. It happens to be the gym my wife and I go to. And at $300 a month, times 12, it's $3,600 per year. Add in the fact that my Platinum cards are also costing us about $700 a year after the increase that American Express just rolled out. And you're already close to covering that $5,000 fee. Plus, we go to Saks and shop quite frequently over at Fashion Island, which is in Newport Beach. And you get $250 per quarter back. They'll just credit your card for the money that you spent. So if you spend $250, they give you $250 back. If you spend $500, they give you half that back. So that's $1,000 right there. That's already $5,200, $5,300, somewhere in there. Already, so the money, we're already in the positive. And that layer in benefits like clear access and all the other things you can get, not to mention concierge level service and a dedicated team who know you that are US based, you can call and get stuff done. That is immensely helpful whenever I travel. If I'm traveling somewhere and I want to change flight plans, I call American Express Centurion service and I say, hey, can you hook me up? I'm stuck in X, Y, and Z. Let me know what you can do for me. And while I pay a premium for that, it's not going to be like the discounted fee or super cheap service. It does get me the ability to travel with a little bit more comfort and letting me know that I have a team managing it. So when you think about it in the context of that, it's really, really super helpful. Now, have I pulled out my black card? Have I impressed people? Have I gone to places and they go, oh my God, like he must be famous and cool? No, that is all complete bullshit. I'm sorry to say it. The first card charge that I actually made was I looked at my app, I did one of these, and I paid for a $2 cup of coffee at a gas station. That was my first purchase. And when you think about it, most of your purchases now are made via your mobile device or your Apple Watch. And while you have a little black card on there, nobody looks at that. You go to a restaurant, it's not really that impressive to most people. And most people have no idea what a black card is. So if you think that you're pulling it out and living this crazy lifestyle and people are like rolling over and fawning over you, like my original video suggested, it doesn't mean that you've got a lot of money. It just means that you spend a lot of money. And I unfortunately spend a lot of money on really stupid shit. But I'm lucky enough to be in a position that my wife and I can do that. I don't want there to be any lost ideals. Like I didn't get the card because it makes my life so much cooler and I'm like, showing off. Because really, here's my wallet. It's on the back of my wallet there, on the back of my iPhone. And when you think about it, it's not really that impressive to anybody. Unless they happen to be really into money and know what that means. And even then, the question is really, does it matter? I don't know. So that's it. I'm a hypocrite. Take it for what it's worth. I did get the Prada Wearable, which is in the unboxing. You can see that. It's effectively a little wrap around your wrist that you can scan like your Apple Watch. I don't really know how useful that is because you can use your Apple Watch if you have one. I guess if you have like a Rolex or Audemars or Piaget, whatever you might have on your wrist, you can use the leather band. I didn't get it. My wife got the designer card, which has a couple different floral prints on it, and it looks a little bit slightly different than the black card. But all in all, we're hypocrites. We got it. It's a lifestyle choice. Not all my decisions are good financial ones, but since we got the offer, why not? Tune in next week. I hope you enjoyed what we brought this week. If you ever want a black card, you just got to spend a lot. It's not that impressive. Take care.